This Week with the Morning Q crew.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
A new study asked 322 moms who's handling more of the mental load when it comes to 30 common household tasks. And they said they're handling the majority of it for 29 of those 30 tasks. So
Dang.
Here are the top 10 tasks that moms say that they're keeping track of way more than dads are. You've got extracurriculars that are related to sports, helping with homework,
Soccer mom.
packing lunches, keeping track of your shared calendar, their social life, including play dates, extracurriculars not including sports, so things like piano lessons, bringing stuff with you when you go out, like remembering the diaper bag, tidying up.
I mean, to be fair, they already have a huge purse and stuff, so they can already fit a bunch of stuff in there.
You're taking everything in the bag because nobody else is carrying a bag.
The guy don't have anything to hold all that. Plus, like my mom, her purse, it's not even a purse, it's a bag. Like, you'd fit a body in there. It's unbelievable.
And then the last two is paying attention to the mental health of the children and medical stuff, like remembering your kid's doctor and dentist appointments. And a few more things that moms say they're handling include bath time, potty training, babysitters, meals, laundry, groceries, the mail, getting your kids ready for school, and helping in the middle of the night. The only task,
just say all of the above.
Right. The only task that dads carry most of the mental load on is, you ready for this, Josh? Taking out the trash.
And then sometimes they don't even do that.
Exactly. Most of the time that responsibility gets pawned off to the oldest son, a.k.a. me.
They do help out, though, like if the core breaks down or something like tough mechanical.
They've got a lot more on their plate,
right,
on the daily agenda than people like to believe.
They hang the stuff on the walls. They fix the AC when it breaks, things like that.
Lord forbid something's not working the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, they cut the grass maybe, unless they pay someone to do it for them. I don't know, if it is kind of unfair that the women have to do everything. But let's be honest, they do it better than the men, right?
They do it better.
So that's why they got to do it. And
who runs the world?
According to Katy Perry, it's a woman's world.
No, wrong song, John. I was trying to get the Beyonce song going.
What's that one?
Who runs the world? Girls.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Dude.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. I'm not sure the average American eats this much produce anyway, but here's a weird hack. Can you wash large amounts of fruits and vegetables in the dishwasher? It's a hack that's going viral after someone posted a video of their mom doing it. The idea is to wash everything all at once right after you buy it. But experts say it's not actually a great idea. We're talking about what moms do that dads don't. They even wash the produce in the dishwasher.
There you
They
go.
do it all. Dishwashers are designed to clean hard surfaces like glass. So really soft stuff like tomatoes, for example, might get pulverized in the dishwasher.
It doesn't sound like a great idea.
Might end up with tomato sauce when you open it back up. But the bigger issue is the residual soap that is in there. You don't really want to be eating that, or, it's going to taste weird. You ever put too much, dish soap on your tumbler or whatever, and it's nasty when you drink out of it?
Right.
That's what your produce is going to taste
Pretty
like.
gross, but Josh, I'll tell you this. My dad, he washes his ball caps in the... Why are you chuckling over there, man?
I thought you were about to maybe spit my coffee. I thought you were about to
Where's your head at,
the way
man?
you said it, you're just like, he washed his ball cap. I was like, you emphasized.
Man, you haven't gotten any more mature in the week that I was gone. But yeah, he washes his ball caps in the dishwasher.
Not the washing machine?
No, he washes them in the dishwasher. It does a pretty good job. I
Really?
put one of mine in the dishwasher because I was wearing it all week whenever I was in the Dominican, and it got kind of stinky.
I bet you it
And
did.
so I washed it, and man, it smells fresh and clean. It looks great. So maybe that's your hack. Maybe if the vegetables don't work out, put your old baseball cap in there.
What if you don't wear a baseball cap, though?
I don't know.
The FDA says the best thing to do is just rinse stuff in the sink like a normal person, is what they said. You can also buy some kind of spray at the grocery store where it's for your vegetables and stuff, and it's supposed to sanitize them, clean them, if you don't want to just use water. So there's that as well.
Crazy criminal.
Josh, I feel like the crazy criminal should be the guy that hit me, that didn't have a driver's license
I
or
was told
insurance.
You don't even have a ding on your vehicle. So
Well, we can go look at it if you don't believe me.
I'm going to go look at this thing.
Okay, well, there goes my joke since you wanted to pull all the wind out of my sails. I guess we'll go on with the regularly scheduled program. Cops in Florida.
Wait, let's redo this. Let's redo this so you can tell your joke, okay? That's how good of a co-host I am.
Crazy criminal.
Josh, I feel like the crazy criminal should be the guy that hit me because not only did he not have a driver's license, he was uninsured. And so I know that the police officer told me he was going to be getting 3 tickets. He also allegedly smelt of a certain substance per witnesses. And so
You snitch?
I didn't snitch. I did not snitch.
It smells like marijuana.
No, I did not snitch. But whenever we were speaking to each other, I couldn't help but notice that there was a certain smell.
Smell like a skunk, huh?
A little bit, something like that.
That's why he hit you. He was so relaxed and chilled, he forgot to hit the brakes.
He was something. So that could be the crazy criminal, but the one that we have today is this. Cops in Florida pulled over a car on Saturday when they saw the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. During the traffic stop, they noticed that the passenger was moving things around suspiciously. The 41-year-old woman was named Lauren Riley, and the cops spotted drug paraphernalia, so they launched a full search of the vehicle. And inside of Lauren's purse, they found a bag labeled, quote, bag of drugs. It contained, Josh, are you ready for this? This is quite the mix. Crack cocaine, powdered cocaine, crystal meth, Xanax pills, and other drugs. There was also a needle, straws, a metal spoon, and 4 glass pipes. So yeah, it was pretty accurately labeled. Lauren was arrested on a variety of felony charges and a misdemeanor paraphernalia count. She's in jail, and her bag of drugs is being held in a police evidence locker.
Another thing that proves some people just have way too much time on their hands. Have you seen TikTok's Fridgescaping trend? It's like landscaping, but for your refrigerator. They're calling it Fridgescaping. Basically, they make it look aesthetically pleasing as much as possible. On a basic level, it might just mean organizing everything so it looks good. The term isn't actually new. It dates back to a blog from 2011.
I love this because, Josh, what this is people are popularizing being clean, being organized.
I don't know if it's clean and organized.
Why here's my thing. Why is this something that's blowing up on TikTok? Why is this so popular right now?
Have we gotten to this point? Their fridges.
No. Have we gotten to the point that everybody's fridges are so terribly put together that seeing a fridge that has the general idea of orderliness, everybody faints and fawns over it? Like, come on, dude.
It's not just the whole orderly thing. I mean, there's like these containers.
Right.
They make sure everything has its own place. They have like a whole new level here in 2024. They have flowers and wicker baskets and framed art. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know if I'd want that much stuff. Brandon, look at this. Would you want this much stuff in your fridge? Because if you suddenly buy something...
I can't afford that much stuff in my fridge, Josh.
Where are you going to put it at?
I can barely afford to buy a thing of milk.
Like this one lady's fridge, I think it's just too cluttered.
She's putting a chandelier in her fridge,
and
Josh.
A goose. Look at this. A ceramic goose. I mean, there's tons of stuff.
Hey, man, I'm kind of parched. You think I can get a soda out of your fridge? Yeah, man, just open it up and get yourself one. Oh, nice. I like the chandelier you put in here. It really adds some flavor to it.
If I open up that fridge, I wouldn't know where to even begin.
Dude,
it's like
you have a framed picture of me in your fridge? Oh,
so
that's
much
awesome.
shooting out at you right here. It's like, whoa. Like,
it's too much. It's stupid.
And some of her fruit and stuff isn't covered. Like, you know the dust that gets in your fridge? Like, that's going to be all in
Can
her.
we just, have something normal for once? What's going on, man?
So I'm taking it you're not going to be fridge
No,
scaping?
I can't. I just told you I can barely afford to buy a bag of Tostitos chips. You think I can afford to put a chandelier in my fridge?
There's not a chandelier in there.
There's a chandelier in there, dude.
No,
there's a little
not.
butler in there, too. He hands out mints and candy.
Like, I'm all for organizing and making it look
Oh, now that
cute.
you're done washing your hands, can I offer you a fresh mint? That little butler guy is in there. He gets paid $14.50 an hour.
I think I'm
to
down,
stay in that fridge.
I think I'm down to do a little fridge scaping. Not to this extent, but it doesn't hurt to add a little bit of
There's a full
Decoration.
band in there too, a full live music band. There's a guy playing a stand-up cello in
mariachi
there.
band?
No, there's a guy playing a full stand-up cello, and somebody's saying shooby dooby doo.
Did you know, Brandon, that Tickle Me Elmo, the toy, was almost Tickle Me Taz? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's some 90s pop culture for you here.
I'll
Since I'm a
probably
90s
not
baby.
know much of this since I was born in the 2000s.
They were going to name it after the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes. They didn't have the rights for Tickle Me Elmo.
Elmy? Tickle Me Elmy?
Tickle Me Elmo. They eventually got them. And I told you.
Check out the brand new toy hitting shelves this fall. Tickle Me Elmy. Would you buy that?
I mean, it could be the follow-up to Tickle Me
You
Elmo.
have to admit, that was a pretty good sell right there. I sold that toy pretty well.
A new
right
character instead of Elmo, Elmy. It could be Elmo's girlfriend.
There. Look at that, dude. Somebody call up Sesame Street right
Does he have a
now.
girlfriend already?
Maybe he does. I thought there was like a
watch it.
pink little one, right? There's like a pink girl, and she's like,
Well, maybe there's a new woman in town.
oh,
Elmy.
oh.
So, yeah, my mom actually.
You better
was
hope
going
that that
through-
woman from the boxing in the Olympics doesn't come in town because she'll beat your tail, dude, for the stuff you said about her this morning.
My mom was going through
my
some of my old
gosh,
stuff
dude.
a while back, and she had pulled out old Tickle Me Elmo. It was in good condition, too. I could probably sell it on eBay.
What were the emotions that ran through you? Were you like, oh my
was
gosh,
like,
this is
aw.
my childhood?
Really, when she pulled out the SpongeBob SquarePants glasses with the Nickelodeon case that I wore as a kid,
I think it's great
that's
because
when I was like, oh, I could sell that for money.
I think it's great that you got to see that kind of stuff because you get to reminisce in your childhood. Even though you've never left that childlike state, this morning you had that giant bag
Shut
of
up.
2 peaches, and then you've got your little
I had more
sippy.
than 2 in there.
I think
I
it's,
only had 2 left.
I think what makes it so funny, Josh, just to explain why, again, is that it's a gallon Ziploc bag for 2 very small peaches.
Again,
I'm not
Brandon,
done. I'm not
I had
done.
more than 2 in the bag.
I'm not done.
All I had left was 2, and instead of wasting another Ziploc bag, I'm saving the environment.
don't get
I brought
defensive.
the bag I already had over here.
Don't get defensive. I'm just explaining why it's funny.
I'm explaining why it was not fun.
And also, Josh, why it's funny is the only people I've ever seen drinking Prime Hydration are
Whatever.
10-year-olds. And
I wanted to try it out, and I did.
and you just look like
And
a big kid
and
on
I
his
got
first
it
day of
because
school.
it's WWE Prime.
You looked like a big kid on his first day of school, and like your mom let you pack your own snack, and like she's like scratching her head because she's like, you're gonna be hungry by the end of the day.
You got all your life to be an adult, and you're the first one to admit adulting isn't that great, is it?
It sucks, dude.
Bills and working all your life. You got
Bills and
You got your entire life to do that. I choose to be a kid at heart. You know why? I'm never growing up, Brandon, because I am cooler than you.
because you're almost farting.
The Spice Girls didn't come up with their nicknames. A UK magazine editor did because they were too lazy to remember their real names. So that's how they got the Spice Girls. How about that?
There you go.
The original Polly Pockets were tiny because the creator used a makeup powder compact to make a portable dollhouse for his daughter. The lyrics "Hit Me Baby One More Time" from Britney Spears. You love that song, don't you?
It's all right.
From Brit Brit. They were a mistake. The Swedish songwriters thought the word hit was slang for call me on the phone. Call me on the phone one more time.
Oh,
How about that?
yeah, that's definitely a different meaning than what that song took on.
And then director James Cameron, he wanted to make Jurassic Park before Steven Spielberg beat him to the rights for the films. He envisioned it being darker and nastier, kind of like Aliens with dinosaurs. Didn't happen.
That would have been cool.
So yeah, they're making some more of those films. You know that?
The Alien movies?
No, the Jurassic Park. They wrapped it up with Chris. What's that dude's name? What's that guy's name who plays?
No, you got it. You got it.
And
You
Guardians
got
of
it.
the Galaxy.
Keep going. You almost got it.
It's Chris Pratt.
There you go, dude. You found it. It was in there. It was just it had to rattle around in that empty husk of a brain.
You're so mean to me. So he is wrapped up the series, the trilogy he was in, and then now there's like going to kind of reboot it, start a whole nother trilogy, and someone else will be.
It was funny watching you say that because I could tell you lost your train of thought for a moment. You had to go in there and
You know
find
why?
it
'Cause
again.
I want to throw something at you. Hit 93 Alexandria's number 1 hit
God,
music
Josh, my
station.
head still hurts from you throwing that at me.
That's what you deserved.
Ow, dude.
We're looking for a new co-host of this morning show.
I can barely read. My vision's so blurry. Golly, dude. I guess those Prime hydration bottles are good for more than just making you look like an
I'd say
idiot.
it was high quality. It tastes better than I thought it would be. I don't think it's something I want to
Those
have
are the
a
same
lot.
drinks that not too long ago they said had like quadruple the amount of permanent like microplastics you should be putting in your body.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's very high quality. The wrapping around it's very nice. It's a lot for, I pay like $1.50 for this.
That was $1.50?
Yeah.
That's it?
And that's it.
That's not that bad.
It's like 16.9 fluid ounces.
I would
It's
have
only
assumed
25
it was
calories.
I would have assumed it was like 2.
It's like 25 calories. It's not bad.
Well, you said it's mostly just coconut water?
Yeah, it's coconut water. It's kind of like almost like a
I just
Gatorade.
don't like coconut that much, man.
It has like, B vitamins, antioxidants.
Dude, hey, what are you, a salesman? Like,
has
why are you?
electrolytes.
Don't read me what's in. I don't care about that. Just
You
tell
must
me the
hear me
flavor.
been talking about it all morning.
Quit throwing stuff, dude. Because I might not be able to read my story. Okay, let's get into it. Let's do what we're here for. Ford is trying to patent a new system. All right, Josh. They developed that would automatically report speeding vehicles to the police. Not the Ford vehicles themselves, but they'd use their onboard cameras to snitch on other drivers. An equipped Ford vehicle could send a report with speed data and pictures directly to law enforcement and roadside monitoring units. The cops would also get GPS info to help track the offender. For now, they're trying to secure the patent, and they haven't installed the technology in any vehicles. And even if they do add it, there would surely be a legal debate since an officer wouldn't be there to witness the violation. There are already stationary speed cameras, but they can only issue tickets based on the license plate number because they can't confirm who is driving. Josh, I'm going to be real. I'm kind of on board with this. I like this idea because if the Dodge Challenger that was purple that hit me wasn't speeding, I probably wouldn't have to go and drop my vehicle off at the collision center on Monday.
I actually agree with you. I like this idea. I know, it's probably going to come and bite me in the butt eventually if I go a little bit too much over the speed limit, which I don't drive. Maybe 5, sometimes 10.
10's a lot.
I know, but I feel like it shouldn't be. But there's people that drive
Whenever I'm on the
faster than
interstate,
that.
whenever I'm on the interstate, those long stretches of highway, I'll sit right around 5
8.
over. No, I don't go 8 because I think the speed that they can start legally ticketing you is 6 miles over. So
people drive faster than that, though. They're running me over.
Also, don't quote me on that because I'm sure you can get ticketed for going 1 mile over.
If they wanted to.
If they wanted to. I think it's just more common that they're going to be pulling you over if you're going 6 over.
It's going that way. I was talking to someone yesterday how, you get in your vehicle and the GPS automatically knows where you're going. It has it. I don't have to punch it in. It's like you're going home. You're going to work.
It's been mining your data. It knows where you live.
The insurance companies, they're starting to monitor to help, they say, to lower your rate or whatever.
Get this. I went to a local restaurant like 2 weeks in a row, same time for lunch. The next week rolls around and it's like, hey, you want to go?
Wow.
You want to go to this restaurant again? I'm like, I do, but I don't like that you know that I want to go.
Your phone, your smart speaker, they're all listening. They know more about you than you. Social media, everyone loves it. It's free. You know why it's free? Because they got all your personal information. They're selling to advertisers and they're making money on ads. So it's kind of freaky, and that's just the way we're going on. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any turning back.
I will say sometimes those ads, they're not targeted well. I like to keep my politics out of it, but Josh,
It's not a flawed process.
I was watching YouTube and I got a campaign ad for a certain individual, and I was like, you've got the wrong buster for this one.
I've been getting a lot of those on YouTube. I think it's for the new vice president that's running to be president.
I wasn't going to single out who it was.
I think she's doing this very big blitz on social media. She's on YouTube like crazy.
You think you fell out of a coconut tree? You only exist in the context that you exist in.
What?
Dude, look it up. It's hilarious.
Crazy Criminal.
Cops in South Carolina had to respond to a family brawl last Sunday night involving a gun, a knife, a broom, a can of bug spray, and a piece of poorly cooked chicken. 27-year-old Anthony Harper was cooking chicken when his 25-year-old sister, Hope Harper, asked why he didn't season it.
Nobody likes
it could
dry,
crust up.
unseasoned chicken.
Right.
Like it moist and seasoned.
And so, you know what his response was? He said, I know how to cook. And that, quote, Grammy was going to season the chicken, and their grandmother was in the other room. So Hope called him a dumb dog, which it prompted Anthony to shove her into the kitchen table and punch her in the face. So a little brother-sister fight going on. Then someone else in the home walked in and fired a handgun into the ceiling to break it up. But Josh, that didn't even work. Hope grabbed a steak knife and started chasing Anthony through the house. She finally stopped when Grammy showed up and started swatting her with the broom, but it still wasn't even over. Anthony grabbed a can of Raid and started spraying Hope in the face with it. Then she snagged it from him and sprayed him back. Someone finally called the cops, and the two siblings both said they wanted to press charges, so both got arrested. They're each facing charges for assault and battery. I'll tell you what, dude. I've heard of some sibling fights. I've gotten in fights with my sister. Never has it included a gun, a can of bug spray, and a knife.
You sure this didn't happen in Louisiana?
I'm pretty sure, man. I'll tell you this, though. What was the most annoying thing about growing up with an older sister is she used to beat the living tar out of me because she was older and stronger.
I can't imagine why.
And whatever, Josh.
You probably were running your mouth like you always do, and she had enough.
Well, she would always kind of like beat me up, not like in a bad way, but whenever we would get in sibling fights and such, and I would always get frustrated, and my parents, their response would always be, you better be careful because one day Brandon's going to be bigger than you and you won't be able to do that anymore. And she was not worried about it in the slightest. And the reason why she wasn't worried about it in the slightest is because there was one time that we got into like a little sibling fight, and you could tell that I was probably going to be getting the best of her. And she, I guess, since her brain was more put together than mine, she kind of she found that moment and she was like, okay, this is the end. She stopped getting in altercations with me, and never again did she start like a little sibling fight. So I never got to win a fight with my sister because the moment that she could tell that I was probably right about to start giving it back to her.
She didn't want you edging her just like you do.
Stop saying that, Josh. That is, you can't say words like that in the context of this.
No, she didn't want you edging her out.
Stop! Stop! We were talking earlier this morning. Isn't it like Childless Day? It's People Without Children Day, something of that nature. And Josh, you could be rejoicing today, as can I, for not having a kid because back-to-school shopping is expensive. A survey says that it costs parents an average of $586 per child, and that's actually down slightly from last year whenever it was $597.
I find that hard to believe.
Right? 2/3 of parents said they already did most of their shopping last month, though, to get the best deals, and here are a few quick back-to-school shopping stats. Number one, parents spend the most on clothing and accessories. Tech is next, so things like new computers and tablets. School supplies come in third. 61% say their kids usually manipulate them into spending more than they wanted to, but there's a good chance you're not just shopping for your kid. 50% of parents admit they usually end up shopping for themselves too. And lastly, when we can't afford it all, our top two tactics are using coupons and opening a new credit card. 77% of parents say their kids' education is something they're willing to go into debt for. Josh, do you have credit card debt?
I have some credit cards, but there's nothing on them. I might have $60 on one of them.
So you could afford a kid.
I don't go too crazy. No, I could, but I don't go too crazy with debit cards because you get interest and you got to pay those things off, or it's like a really bad slope you go down, right? However, I will say I remember as a kid, I used to love going pick out like the notebooks and the book sack, all those things, but I equally hated. Same amount I loved doing that. I equally hated having to go and try on all the school uniforms.
Oh, it was the worst.
They were, Mom would be like, all right, Josh, it's time to go school uniform shopping. Like, no, you have to spend the whole day looking for clothes and going into the dressing room and out the dressing room. I hated it. Then you had to get the shoes. A lot of people like to buy shoes. When I was a kid, I hated to buy shoes.
You just wanted to wear your water shoes.
Really? I just hated having to go try them on.
It's a lot easier to wear your water shoes around.
I didn't wear water shoes as a kid, Brandon.
You wear them as an adult, which is even worse.
Only when I would go swimming, and I haven't been swimming in like 5 years.
Still an adult. 5 years ago, you were still an adult wearing water shoes.
I don't like my feet touching the bottom of the pool. I don't like my feet touching anything, to be honest with you. I gotta have like socks on or something. Why you had to go there? We're talking about something totally different.
Listen, man, sometimes it just needs to be brought up.
Let's talk about some things that basically every single person has experienced in their childhood, but we never really ever talked about it.
I can tell you something that I experienced in my childhood that, if you haven't tried this out, maybe go try it out. I ate an entire bottle of vitamin C capsules, vitamin C candies.
You've told this story before.
Hey, man. I had the most vitamin C in that neighborhood for that day.
I did that with Benadryl when I got stung by...
You ate an entire bottle of Benadryl? How are you not dead?
I drunk probably half the bottle.
You drunk half the bottle?
I got stung by a wasp or bee, and I was afraid I was allergic. So
well, what were you doing? Were you playing with foam ball? What else could you have been doing?
I was playing with my cousin outside, and I got stung, so my parents weren't home. So
you were playing with foam ball with your cousin.
So I took a swig of that, and I probably drank more than I needed to, and I started feeling really, really sleepy to the point where I had to go sit on the toilet, and I was out of it.
Glad you sat on the toilet. Standing on it's not a good option. My
grandmother came over to fix me some coffee to help me wake up. I thought I was about to black out, dude. No joke. So I was an idiot for doing that. Or what about blowing in your straw when you're drinking your chocolate milk in the cafeteria? You're making some milk bubbles for no reason at all. Or you're in your class on your desk and you have some paper and you feel the need to make draw a sun right there in the corner of the paper.
There's nowhere else for it to go. It's the best place.
Or you're playing with a foam ball.
They
have a big bite or chunk to get out for no reason. You're like, why? It's kind of gross.
You got hungry, but dude.
Or pinching your fingers or your lips in a hair clip, ladies, for no reason. You just kind of, this looks like it would fit. You ever? No, Brandon. You grew up with a sister, and you never did that. You never saw her do that.
Did you ever do that?
No, but
why are you accusing me of doing it?
I've heard of people. Why are you asking questions?
Why are you being so accusatory?
Stabbing an eraser with your pencil.
I have done this.
Right, just killing your eraser for no reason, or freaking out because you swallowed a watermelon seed, and you're going to grow a watermelon in your stomach now. Right?
That's true. Don't eat watermelon seeds, kids. You will grow an actual watermelon in your stomach.
I know you've done this. You sat in church and you looked up and you saw how tall the building is, right? And how high the light fixtures are. And you're thinking about, man, whoever has to climb up there and replace those must be a scary thing.
Nope. Went to a small church. The ceilings weren't that high.
See, my church grew up it was. I guess it's a small church, but the building was very tall.
No, our ceilings were normal height.
We had these big big ball lights that hung up there, and it was wow, whoever has to climb a ladder and go replace those, I do not envy. So
I used to always try and calculate if one of those fixtures fell, who it would fall on.
Oh wow. So let us know any weird thing you did as a kid. You don't know why. We never really talk about each other, but we do. We all do. 318-473-0093. Can also slide in our DMs. Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. We're welcome back to the show award-winning filmmaker and co-creator of Unsolved Mysteries, Terry Dunn Mereur. Terry, good morning, and thanks for coming on the show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
New episodes of Unsolved Mysteries drop today on Netflix. What can fans of the series expect in this new round of episodes?
Well, we have 5 episodes, and we have a couple of high-profile cases this season. We have Jack the Ripper, who is a kind of a household name. I think we chose that story because we wanted viewers to kind of understand what he really did. A lot of people know the name, but they don't know exactly what he did, and those cases are still unsolved. We have a woman who mysteriously died in her basement. And nobody's sure if it's a homicide or an accident. We have a woman whose severed head was found in a field in Pennsylvania, and we're trying to figure out how her head got there.
Oh my gosh.
And who she is and where the rest of her body is. We have a woman who was murdered on a stage at her college in New Jersey, a theater stage. She was a piano prodigy, and she was brutally murdered on a stage. We're trying to solve that. And we have the Mothman, the return of the Mothman. We did back in the vintage shows, back in the day, we did a story about the Mothman, a creature that was kind of predicting disasters and things in the West Virginia area, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and there have been recent new sightings in the Chicago O'Hare area and the Chicago suburbs of the Mothman, incredible sightings. So we're revisiting that story with new information and new witnesses.
That's really cool. Any of these cases that really stuck out to you?
Oh my gosh, all of them, I think. I think severed head is the most solvable. We really would like to figure out who this woman was. and it's a very kind of complex story that takes us down the road into the world of the body parts trade. So that one, I think, is the most solvable, and of course the goal of the series is always to solve these cases, not just to present them. And the story of Sigrid Stevenson, I think that one is solvable as well. Not so much Jack the Ripper. he's probably not out there and ready to be found. But I think we have a really good kind of lineup of stories for this volume. And then we have 4 more episodes launching in October.
Oh, nice.
So what Netflix has done is they've divided the what we call the season into 2 different batches of stories that are launching at 2 different times during the year.
What's the process like for you guys when it comes to selecting which stories, which unsolved mysteries to feature?
Well, we're always looking for a variety of cases, so we try and do some paranormal and some true crime, because we think of ourselves as a mystery show, not just a true crime show. We look for a variety of types of cases. We look for different locations. We've done not this season. Well, this season we have a story in Canada, but sometimes we'll do an international story just to broaden out a little bit. But we look for cases that are mysterious, the ones that we can't stop talking about at our office, the ones where you go, I don't know what happened there, I don't know. What happened? Those are the ones that catch our eye, with twists and turns, and cases with multiple suspects and multiple theories.
How has it been working with the folks at Netflix, and can we expect the series to continue past October when the second part comes out?
Netflix has been great. They are wonderful to work with, and you're going to have to ask Netflix if there's going to be another season. They don't usually order another season until after this season launches. So hopefully in the next few months we'll know if there's a future for Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix.
Fingers crossed. Do you usually go back and watch the episodes? I know you're involved in, putting it all together, but do you usually go back and watch it on Netflix?
I do. It takes 2 years from the time we start development until the series launches. So it was 2 years ago that we started developing stories for these 2 volumes. And
wow.
So it's a long process to get the stories. We scout them, we produce them, we have to get them through editing. And they're all they're all individual stories. It's not like you're just telling one story across a few episodes. So they're a little bit more complicated. There's no formula for any of them. You have to really find that in production and in the editing room. So, yeah, but by the time they launch, we're really glad they're finally launching, because it's been a long haul.
Right. We've been talking with award-winning filmmaker and co-creator of Unsolved Mysteries, Terry Dunn Mereur. New episodes are now available to stream today on Netflix, and we have another batch coming in October. Terry, again, thanks for calling in this morning, and we look forward to watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Best of the Morning Q Crew podcast. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. on Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss the best moments from the show each week.